off our show, and at this time it gives me a great honor and privilege to introduce your general manager, ladies and gentlemen, Mercedes Martinez!
A bona fide pro wrestling legend is Mercedes Martinez, former Ring of Honor Women's Champion, former two-time Shimmer Champion, and many other accolades. No better person to be in this position here tonight at Rising Stars Women's Wrestling. Let's send it up to Mercedes.
Thank you. I know I'm supposed to be looking over here because this is where hard cam is. However, everyone's behind me, so give me a chance to do both, okay? I gotta do for the fans watching, okay? I am very excited. I am very happy for all of you guys that came out to support Rising Stars Women's Wrestling, a new promotion to highlight and put women's wrestling back in the forefront where it belongs. Tonight you're going to see some familiar faces. Tonight you're going to see some new and upcoming faces that are making their debut and possibly having one of their biggest matches here. We try to make sure that Rising Stars promotes new and upcoming women wrestlers for everyone to take a look at and give them a platform to exceed, give them a platform to gain experience, but most of all, to have the support of all you lovely fans. Now, the one thing that I ask from every one of you is to give them your love, boo who you're supposed to boo, or not boo. Give them your support, be interactive. Remember, wrestling is a sports entertainment business. So the fans here, you guys are a part of that equation. You guys are what makes us a heel or a baby face to break this fourth wall down. You guys are all smart. You guys know what wrestling is all about. You're going to see some classic wrestling. You may see some hi-fi. You're going to see characters like Abadon. So I want you guys to be in every single match from the start till the end. Give these girls your love. Give them everything you have. I promise you that every girl back there is hungry, and every female wrestler out there in that locker room is going to give you more than 110% to make sure that you guys go home happy. Now, tonight is a tournament, which means you're going to see some wrestlers wrestling twice. But there is a reward. Today we are unveiling a new champion, and with that, we have a title for the winner that I'm going to unveil with my referee. Does a great job of going really quickly. Thank you. And this is, can you hold this for me while I hold my microphone, my friend? Show a beautiful crowd. This is our title. So once again, I want to thank you all for coming. I know it's hot. I'm hot. Imagine the girls here wrestling under these lights. And for you guys, they're going to be sweaty, gross, disgusted. They're still beautiful. So I love you guys. Thank you guys. And let's have a kick-ass show.
Well said, Mercedes Martinez. I can't do a better job of it than she did. There is the prize that these women will be fighting for today. We have 7 big matches, 5 to qualify to go into the finals, as well as the Remarkable Wrestling Championship at stake here tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to kick things off with our first match this evening. Is a triple threat match, and it's set for one fall.
This is what you hear and listen. This is what you hear and listen. Extra here to you. First, from Newburgh, New York, Aleah Ortiz.
Mel Ortiz got the call just a few months in her career to take an opportunity here tonight and made it within moments. Talk more about that in a moment here.
Introducing participant number 2. Hailing from within your heart and your dreams. She is your favorite.
Magical Girl Cosmic seems to not be as soft and demure as her theme song.
And it should be your favorite. From Central Illinois, she is from the Mexican Barbie. Leyla.
The Mexican Barbie, Lulu Lorena, someone who I am more familiar with, has had a number of matches in what for years was my home promotion of Rhino's Insane Wrestling Revolution in Southeast Michigan.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
A real showcase and opportunity for these 3 young athletes here tonight. It was Mel Ortiz, who has the least experience of the 3, who, because card is subject to change, there was an opening and an opportunity, and Mel Ortiz jumped on it within about an hour's notice, and then paying for it now. Cosmic ducks a line, scoops up Lulu Lorena, and drops her hard on those boards. Cosmic better not spend so much time showing off. Turn your back on your opponent. Even a rookie like Mel, she can grab a hold of that head, and you know the saying, where the head goes, the body goes. Domination thus far here from the rookie Mel Ortiz. Shoulder tackle barely registers on Magical Girl Cosmic. Gonna try it again. Cosmic ducks out. Oh, but Cosmic gets caught. Beautiful snapmare, as ancient as a collar and elbow maneuver as there is, and a low drop kick sends Cosmic reeling. Lulu back in now. Referee very well aware that that was 2 handfuls of hair by the Mexican Barbie. We've got so much action coming up tonight, as you heard Mercedes Martinez tell you earlier. Abadon will be in action. We're going to see Zoe Sky, Notorious Mimi, Leyla Hirsch, names that you are very familiar with on the women's independent scene, as Lulu takes 2 knees into the corner. In control of this contest now. A little bit of a hair mare there, it looked like. Throwback to women's wrestling of yore that you may have seen in a major motion picture as of late. Mel Ortiz. No, I'm sorry, that's Cosmic breaking up the count here. First pinfall is going to get a victory and advance for a chance at that championship belt that we saw earlier. Lulu's rock now. Blocks a shot, but gets it on the back end. Magical Girl Cosmic with a terrifying kick. Ducks out of there just in time. Mel tried to break it up, ended up hitting Lulu. A lot to watch out for in triple threat action. And as I said, it's not like these matches were first contested when ECW made them such a big deal, for example. This is not elimination. It's going to be the first pinfall. So someone's going to lose this match without being a part of the fall. Big kick in the corner on Lulu. Keep your eyes on Cosmic. Oh, that was a brutal bottom of her foot right to the jaw, it looked like. Great crowd here at the NYWC Sportatorium in beautiful Deer Park, New York, and a meeting of the minds for both of Cosmic's opponents. A scoop. Where's Lulu going to end up? Using one opponent as a weapon to take out another is Cosmic. But it's so much to watch out for to have two opponents at once. Mel Ortiz is looking like she is absolutely ready to be in this tournament and to have this opportunity here. A flurry of offense on both other women. Blocks two shots but gets taken up in a fireman's carry now. Vulnerable position. Doesn't get to do anything with it before Lulu breaks it up, but what the? What was that? Was that Zoe Sky? Whoa, referee now. Again in the middle of the action, not sure who's going for him here. Referee's throwing this one out.
What happened? That's what you hit me! You can't ring a bell and that's what happened. What do you mean? Run over there. You know what? Don't get that up! No contest! Call it!
Referee doesn't know where the blow came from. And she has ruled this is a no contest. All three of these women, there's no winner, so no one's going to advance here is what I believe is what we're seeing. And my apologies in the small monitor that I am on for for getting the pronouns incorrectly. The referee, she has thrown out this bout. And none of these competitors are going to advance, I'm told. None of these competitors will be advancing to the finals.
Let's go. Now I'm going to tell you what I want. I just took out 3 pieces of the competition, and now I want number 4. Get my opponent right now. Let's do this.
Well, there you go. Zoe Sky pleading no contest on her own to having...
Tonight, already at ringside from Youngstown, Ohio, Zoe Sky.
Plainly admitting that she is the reason that the prior bout got taken out. She took all 3 women out of the finals of this tournament here to be the first champion. But can Zoe Sky do the same to Nadia White?
And introducing her opponent from Tampa, Florida, Nadia White.
Off to a hot start already. Zoe showing no compunction for any sort of sportsmanship. Apparently also plans to join me on commentary for this match and have a running narration of her own. That chop speaks as loudly as Zoe Sky's words. Definitely the veteran in this contest is Zoe Sky. I am familiar with her as well, having started my wrestling career in Detroit and Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Same territory as Zoe Sky, being from Youngstown, Ohio. I've seen her quite a bit. Nadia White fighting back. Seems she knows what she was getting herself into here. But Zoe so fast, so tenacious. A little firecracker is Zoe Sky. I believe she has, if I hope I'm not mistaken, I do believe I recall that I've seen her compete on wrestling events with little people. She is not a little person, but perhaps she could pass as a very tall one. Made of steel nonetheless is Zoe Sky. And Nadia White now fighting back from underneath. Nadia, another rookie here who knows what is at stake. Beautiful reversal into the corner and follows up with the hip attack. With some wind at her back now. Two big knees in the corner by Nadia. Can she capitalize? We don't need to see Zoe around here anymore. Two. No, 2 count only. I don't think the referee nor Nadia White are going to grant Zoe Sky a timeout. Other pinning combination here. Gets a 2 count only. So far, one full match down and no one advancing to the finals of the tournament to be the very first ever Rising Stars Women's Wrestling Champion. Zoe Sky really bending the rules here and perhaps making sure that she will be the next competitor thrown out. The crowds here in the NYWC Sportatorium don't want to have any of it. They are not impressed by the antics of Zoe Sky. Beautiful suplex there, right into a takedown, hooks the leg. Good only for a 2 count. Crowd here now getting behind Nadia. Would be quite a boon for her to get a victory over Zoe Sky, for Nadia to get the victory and end up in the finals of this match, distracting the referee. What did Zoe Sky just hit her with? Did I see her put something back in her tights? It was at the very least a closed fist that Zoe Sky used to advance to the main event. And if you haven't seen enough of her already, I know I have seen enough, quite frankly. She's going to be back in the finals tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep the action moving right along. We've got one participant so far in our main event to crown a new Rising Stars Women's Wrestling World Champion. We're going to look to get our next participant. Our next contest is a championship eliminator match, and it is sponsored by Kayfabe, Cardboard, and Wrestling Road Stories.
A competitor whose reputation precedes her here tonight. Leyla Hirsch was born in Moscow, Russia. Adopted at the age of 8. She grew up in Hillsborough Township, New Jersey, and at 15 years old, she began her amateur wrestling career. She's competed in Bloodsport, in AEW, in Ring of Honor, and could very well be the very first champion here at Rising Stars. Aleah James, formerly a part of NXT UK, so you have seen her on some very big stages in pro wrestling. But there is a lot more road ahead of Aleah James in her career than there is behind her. True for both of these women. This one on paper looks like a phenomenal matchup, and to think that this is the opening round and that in order to win the championship, either of these women has to get past the other is quite incredible. Beautiful lockup in the center of the ring. Some signs of sportsmanship early. Leila gets Aleah down but holds on. They're still in that collar and elbow tie-up. Again, James down on her back. Fireman's carry takeover by Leila. And now a beautiful cradle, got her all tied up, good for only a 2. I think that is a clear sign that Leyla Hirsch is looking to wrap this one up early. As I said, Leyla Hirsch has been wrestling in exactly that style with exactly those sorts of maneuvers since she was 15 years old. She's capable of coming out of this match and going into a 6-way main event with the other winners of the remaining matches, or I guess 5-way now. But again, going for another quick cover there. Leila knows that the very best way for her to be fresh and win the main event later on is to make quick work here of Aleah James. Blocks that trip, blocks that toe hold, gets into an STF. Aleah James, no choice but to grab for that bottom row. Good ring awareness from the rookie. This is not a pure rules situation like in the former home of Leyla Hirsch in Ring of Honor. There will be no demerits for James for having reached for that bottom rope. Oh, attempted a monkey flip. You just don't see that enough these days. Leila blocks it though. No one home in the corner. These women moving fast. Whip all the way across the ring. And big knees in the corner. Doesn't go for that monkey flip again, but a bulldog. Taking Leila down face first. Monkey flips and bulldogs. Those are both maneuvers you don't see enough of in 2025. Showing you that Rising Stars not only has legends like Mercedes Martinez and household names like Leyla Hirsch, along with up-and-comers, it's got the very best of modern pro wrestling and some great throwback styles. 2 count there only for Leyla Hirsch. This crowd here tonight in Deer Park getting more than their money's worth in this contest alone. And we would love for you to join us the next time that we are back here in Deer Park. Leila in control now. Crashing down goes James, hooks the leg, 2 count only. Yes, here it is. I've got it. October 4th, Halloween Mayhem. Back here at the NYWC Sportatorium. Will we see either of these women coming in as champion after today? Don't give your foot to Leyla Hirsch or you might end up dropped right on the back of your head. Hooks the leg. And Aleah James still able to kick out, but with a little bit less oomph than before. Every time that Leyla Hirsch goes for a pinning predicament, she puts all of her weight on the upper body of Aleah James and makes James have to essentially bench press it off. Have to throw Leyla Hirsch. Throwing some big forearms right now, some big clubbing blows. But Leila cuts her off. Up on the shoulders again. Out the back door goes Aaliyah. And now, James has some of the space that she needs to mount an offense, to mount a comeback here. No, misses the mark. Leyla Hirsch out of there in a hurry. And right down into, taking the breath away, crushing down right on the core of Aleah James. Good for a 2 count. But again, James forced to throw the unbalanced weight of Leyla Hirsch when all the air's already been knocked out of her. Look at James now, gasping for breath. The crowd at the Sportatorium tells the story. Sunset flip, Leila ducks right out of it. Beautiful flying forearm, and another. Ducks a line, and a cross body. Her momentum carries her all the way through. Unfortunately, she did not go for a pinning predicament there. Here comes a suplex with a bridge. This could be it. No! I had the privilege of interviewing Aleah James down in Las Vegas during WrestleMania weekend on a women's wrestling event down there at the FSW Arena. Every bit as pleasant to talk to as you would assume from watching her wrestle. Now perched on the turnbuckle on the inside and gets caught by Leyla Hirsch. Not a good situation to be in. Driven down hard. Hirsch tells the referee to get out of the way. I would listen. I am very confident that Leyla Hirsch could destroy me if she wanted to. Look at that moonsault. Hits quite enough of it. Hooks the leg and still only a 2 count. I can't believe that Aleah James got up from that one. Going back into the step over toe hold with the face lock here. Oh, getting that arm back as well. Very far from the ropes now is James. She's trying to move them both over. It has to deadlift and pull all of the weight of Leyla Hirsch, makes it to the ropes. Referee making sure. Hirsch breaks the hold by the count of 5, but she held on long enough to do some real damage. Oh! A clubbing lariat sends Aleah James down. Aleah James just still with so much fight left in her. Catches on the sliding rally. Oh my goodness, she pinned her!
The winner of this match and advancing into our title tournament at the very end of our main event, Aleah James!
Now you've got to consider that an upset. Both of these women are accomplished and have traveled all over the world. But I did not expect the quickness, the cleverness, the flash crucifix pin caught off of a low lariat. Ties up Leyla Hirsch and gets the 3 count. Leila is clearly upset. All right, that's better. Great show of sportsmanship here from the amateur wrestler. Your winner, advancing to the finals, Aleah James.
We are going to keep things moving right along with our next championship eliminator match, and it is sponsored by DNS Wrestling Collectibles. City, Nevada. She is the nightmare of your dreams, Amity LaVey.
In our third qualifying match, there is spookiness involved. Amity LaVey and Abadon are two women I wouldn't want to meet in a dark alley or be locked in a closet with. I don't know how much 1,000 Lost Souls weigh, but I'm not about to ask them. Slithering to the ring from the stage here in the NYWC Sportatorium, slithering out into the middle of the canvas is Abadon. Spent years in AEW, so I'm sure you're familiar. Is Abadon familiar with Amity LaVey? Neither of these competitors seem moved by the chants of the crowd. Oh! Taken down with the sister Abigail in a hurry, hooks the leg, and that's it? This one's over! Well, that bout was as much psychological as it was physical, and it is a quick win here for Abadon. I'm sorry, they're so creepy, I just want to get Abadon away from them. I would also rather not be in the presence of Amity right now. Angry like a caged animal is Amity LaVey. We may not have seen the last of these two.
We are going to keep the action moving right along now. Our next contest, set for one fall, is sponsored this evening by Kayfabe, Cardboard, and Wrestling Road Stories.
This now our final qualifying bout.
First, from the crossroads, she is the Hellcat,
Selena Hecate, the Hellcat, was another Another late replacement here on the card was on the bench and was called in just 3 days ago. Drove 5 hours to get to the Sportatorium today. Here to take a great opportunity, but first she's going to have to get past this woman. Zenith says she is fighting for the mommies. Throughout the history of pro wrestling, there have been women competing who are in fact mothers, but it is now that such a thing can be an open subject of conversation and a source of inspiration for the mothers in the audience, and that is what Zenith is here to do. Zenith versus the Hellcat. They lock up center of the ring. And the Hellcat coming up early with that side headlock. Maybe the best way to take on someone with the power of Zenith. I mean, look at the size of the muscles on Zenith's upper body. You want to be able to minimize her offense and her striking as much as possible. You're going to get an arm tied behind your back like that, and can you imagine being squashed in a headlock by Zenith? Pushes her off, big shoulder tackle. Zenith ducks a line, and a hip toss takes Zenith down. I also had the pleasure of working with Zenith back at WrestleMania weekend in Las Vegas. And somebody who hustles as hard as Zenith does and has an incredible look and physique can expect she's going to be going far. But Selena Hellcat did not follow Zenith in. And Zenith trying to make up some for that height advantage that the Hellcat has. A headlock is good for that too. Making you much closer to the same height. A little bit of a do-si-do action trying to get that arm drag. Finally gets the powerhouse over. I would love to see Zenith take on Zoe Sky. What powerhouses those two are. Could very well end up happening if Zenith progresses to our main event. So far, Zoe Sky and Aleah James in the finals, along with Abadon in a very quick win. Final chance to add another competitor to this match. We're going to find out soon enough who it will be, as the Hellcat is doing damage on the outside. Nothing but steel and boards there at the edge of the ring with very minimal padding, and that's someone's mother's head being thrown right in. Referee's going to throw this out. I don't know if that was a count out or just wait one too many times that Hellcat disobeyed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match has been ruled a double countout.
Oh! Double count out. These women not paying any attention to the referee.
Remarkable wrestling. So I'd like everybody to direct your attention to a video board before our next contest to see what transpired that's going to lead us here tonight.
All right, let's take a look.
I am sick of month after month watching you disrespect that title.
My title?
That title. A title that should be held by a champion who defends it honorably.
You do that all the time. You do that all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Me and you tomorrow, we're gonna be in the ring. As much as I want to hold that first ever title, why don't you put that one on the line tomorrow?
Nope.
What do you think?
Tell her no.
Can you handle? Just handle?
Don't do it.
You're on! You're on!
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The challenge was laid down, and it will be answered because our next contest, Set for One Call, sponsored by the charity House of Good Deeds, graciously sponsoring this match. It is for the remarkable Women's Championship.
Well, we saw what led to this contest just last night. Notorious Mimi successfully defended and then beat on her opponent, Gabby Ortiz. Notorious Mimi, 7 years a veteran of pro wrestling, formerly competed in NXT under the ring name Sloane Jacobs, and has really made a name for herself on the Northeast Independent Circuit.
Introducing first, your challenger, standing to my right, from New York City, she is the Concrete Cowboy, the Smoke, Tina San Antonio. And her opponent, standing to my left, she weighed this evening at 150 pounds. From Newburgh, Pennsylvania, she is wrestling's angel and your current reigning and defending Remarkable Wrestling Women's Champion, Notorious Mimi.
Notorious Mimi has held championships in at least 7 different wrestling promotions, including that Remarkable Wrestling Women's Championship. While her challenger here tonight, Tina San Antonio, has been around for a long time. Took some time away from the ring, but now she's back to reassert herself as one of the top women in independent wrestling. And we see another great lock-up center of the ring, and both of these women holding on, getting a feel for the strength and balance of one another. Each preventing the other from a quick rush or from jabbing for the throat. it's San Antonio who gets the better of it, and pie faces Mimi in the corner. Mimi right back out with it again. Clearly both of these women testing to see how far they can get with each other and how much strength and balance they bring into the contest tonight. Tina rolls all the way out of that wrist lock. Go behind now by San Antonio. This is our penultimate bout here this evening. All that is left is crowning the very first ever Rising Stars Women's Champion. And then we will be back here at the Sportatorium on October the 4th. Tickets are available now at NYWCProWrestling.com. First row tickets $40, general admission $25 for that event on October the 4th. Mimi in control of this contest now, but taken to chasing her opponent. Tina may have, well, no, I thought that Tina was maybe goading her in and getting the better of that exchange. Eventually she does there. Body scissors in the center of the ring. Mimi taking it back for a pinfall combination, but gets only a count of 2. You can do some real damage with a body scissors, folks. Legs wrapped all the way around Mimi, taking the champion into a pinning combination. Mimi back right side up. And over the other way, referee right there on top of it. Rolling around and around again now, not even going for a pin attempt as much as disorienting the champion. Some classic wrestling offense there from Tina San Antonio. Did she leave herself as loopy as she left Mimi? Mimi catches a foot, grabs the head. Headlock takeover brings Tina down, and now Tina has to be the one to keep her shoulders up off of that mat. Fighting her way back up is Tina San Antonio. Big shoulder tackle, Mimi using the bounce of those cords to come off the ropes, showing off some gymnastic ability as well. Knee lift, and trips up the challenger. Big leg drop, hooks the leg. Mimi showing why she's champion, gets a 2 count only, however. Be back on October 4th at Halloween Mayhem. Already confirmed appearing at the Sportatorium on October 4th, Izzy Moreno and Janai Kai will both be in action. Lands in the corner with a crushing blow. Tina San Antonio feeling the wind at her back. Mimi's on the outside and catches her with a kick. The crowd at the Sportatorium here counting much quicker than a New York State Athletic Commission referee. Crossbody gets caught by San Antonio. Oh, backbreaker, really a knee right to the ribs. And an elbow that looked like it landed pretty high as well. May have hit right in that clavicle bone. Tina San Antonio, with the fans behind her at the Sportatorium, sees that she has an opportunity to get that remarkable wrestling championship. What an inaugural event that would be, to crown not only our very first champion here at Rising Stars, but to have the remarkable championship change hands as well. Challenger reeling now. I guess Tina San Antonio doesn't really like this crowd, and maybe they don't really like her. In all of my decades of watching professional wrestling, I don't recall ever seeing anyone submit to a nerve hold, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt or that I'd want Tina San Antonio to do one to me. That's why I'm at the commentary table, folks. Big clothesline sends the champion down. Oh, that is a very cocky pin. I don't know why the referee would even let that stand, frankly. Mimi fighting back from underneath, clubbing blow to the back, sends the champion right back to the canvas. Kokeshi headbutt to the shoulder. Really seems to be working a lot on that shoulder and lower neck area of Notorious Mimi. Either strategy from Tina San Antonio, because she knows how to pick apart a body after years of experience, or maybe she knows something about an injury that Mimi brings in that we do not. Bronco Buster in the corner. Take the wind out of you in a hurry. Mimi needing those ropes to try to get back to her feet. Tina brings her out the hard way. A little bit more of an effort behind that cover now. Good for a 2 count. So because the last match was a double count out, we are now left with Zoe Sky, Aleah James, and Abadon being the only competitors to advance in this one-night tournament and meeting in our main event in what will now be a triple threat match to crown the very first Rising Stars champion. Pinning combination there. Beautiful bridge from Mimi, garners a 2. And a nice kick sends Tina down. Mimi's got some great reach with those kicks. San Antonio in hard in the corner, manages to get an elbow up, creates some space from the champion. Stacking her up now, feet are on the ropes. At least the referee sees that one. Almost had that remarkable championship stolen right off of the waist of Notorious Mimi. She can't wear it on her shoulder because of the wings. Up and crashing down goes Tina San Antonio, hooks the leg, and that's it. Mimi, and still.
The winner of this match, and still the Remarkable Wrestling Women's Champion, Notorious Mimi.
Notorious Mimi leaves here still your Remarkable Wrestling Women's Champion. And now all of our competitors have had some respite, and it is time for the finals of our tournament.
For the main event of the evening, it is a triple threat match to determine the inaugural Rising Stars Women's Wrestling Champion.
This is what all these women came here to do. To leave a champion tonight, and Zoe Sky has shown that she will cut any corner necessary. Whoever wins this main event and walks out the very first ever Rising Stars champion will bring that championship to our next card, October the 4th, here at the NYWC Sportatorium. It's Halloween Mayhem, and it very well may be Aleah James walking in that night with that beautiful new championship belt. Abadon had the shortest match of any of the women in this triple threat final, so she comes in the freshest. Essentially executed just one move in defeating Amity LaVey earlier this evening. It was Aleah James who probably had the hardest match, sneaking one past Leyla Hirsch earlier this evening. How much will what's already transpired affect what is to come here in this main event?
Introducing your participants. First, in the corner to my left, from Youngstown, Ohio, Zoe Sky. Introducing challenger number 2, in the corner to my right, from East London, England, Aleah James. And your final participant, from the Black Hills, weighing in at 1,000 lost souls, this is Abadon!
The stage is set. The referee shows the prize to all competitors. This is Rising Stars Women's Wrestling. This match is to crown the very first champion who will walk away with that beautiful belt. I am Mark Roberts, joining you on commentary here this evening from the NYWC Sportatorium in Deer Park, New York. And will Abadon make as quick a work as these two opponents as she did earlier tonight against Amity? She's sure gonna try going blow for blow here with Zoe. Shot off into the ropes is Abadon. Big shoulder tackle takes Zoe Sky down. Double bulldog or face buster from Aleah James gets a 2 count. Look at the jump on Aleah James. Gets caught by Abadon. That Saito suplex throws James halfway across the ring. Abadon turns around and Zoe is there with a big kick, going for the cover. Not going to keep Abadon down that easily. Zoe Sky now depositing James to the apron. These competitors are going to want to keep it one-on-one whenever possible in triple threat action. Zoe Sky really does believe that. It is because of Zoe that Lulu, Lorena, Cosmic, Mel Ortiz, all three who competed in the opening contest tonight, no one advanced to the main event because Zoe ran in, hit the ref, caused a bunch of chaos. Referee didn't know who caused it, threw the whole match out. Crowd here in Deer Park letting Zoe know what they think of her. Zoe attributes stomping on Abadon's neck in the corner to the fans. Says it's for them. Always a lot of trash talk and mind games from Zoe Sky. And as I said before, an absolute powerhouse. I mean, what do you think Zoe Sky has in the way of body fat percentage? I doubt it as much. Clubbing blow across the back after wrenching her bicep around Abadon's shin. An unenviable position, and now with that swinging neck breaker, going for a pin on Abadon. Aleah James just there in time to break it up and save her own chances of winning this championship. James back in this thing now, going blow for blow with Zoe Sky. I'm not sure that Aleah James can match Zoe Sky's power, but Aleah James has a whole lot of heart. Gets nailed in the heart by Abadon. Listen to those chops ring out across the sportatorium. Abadon has the most coverage to maybe block some of that blow, but there's no getting out of this one with some serious welts. And now, both double team Zoe. She deserved that. Clap, 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 clap. Gotta give Zoe credit for standing up, but she just takes it again. Double clothesline takes both competitors down. Zoe taking advantage, hooks a leg. Doesn't get the pin on James, goes for it on Abadon, and same result. Earlier we saw Aleah James get a very quick and smart pin with that crucifix over Leyla Hirsch. In this match, Aleah James has to contend with Zoe, who is every bit as clever and cunning, and a veteran to boot. 2 count only on Abadon. It's Aleah James in control of this match now, and she's going up to the top. Other two better keep their eyes on James. Coming down with a crossbody on both, hooks the leg. Pinning both competitors at once would be quite a feather in the cap of Aleah James here. Takes out Zoe, but a cutter by Abadon sends James reeling. Abadon takes one now. Bodies flying in every direction. All three down in the center of the ring. Sportatorium crowd tells the story as Zoe gets a 2 count. Trying for one on James. I think that was only a 1 count. At this point, Aleah James has definitely had the most ring time tonight of any of the three. With how hard Abadon and Zoe Sky are hitting one another. May not make too much of a difference. That's that. Look, she's got it again. That's a chain. Zoe will use that to win her last match, but she gets caught by Abadon with the Sister Abigail. And that's it! Abadon's done it!
The winner of this match and your first ever Rising Stars Women's Wrestling Champion, Abadon!
Abadon will now go into Halloween Mayhem on October 4th as the very first ever Rising Stars Women's Wrestling Champion. And here comes Mercedes with that belt. Let's see if we can listen in on what they're saying to each other. We appear to have lost power. Did we lose power in the sportatorium? Whoa! Look out! It's Amity LaVey! With a big DDT plants Abadon down. I didn't think Amity LaVey would put up with the loss she suffered earlier and clearly has her eyes on that Rising Stars Championship.
Abadon! Oh, the scarier they are, the harder they fall. Did you just win this? This felt right here. Oh, honey, it doesn't even match you. I'm gonna take that from you. If it's the last thing that I do. Cut it. You want to rain on someone's parade, chica? You lucky I don't have my boots right now because I'll kick your ass. But I believe in equal opportunity and you'll get your shot. Here's your champion right here. You want a piece of her, we're gonna have to do it by her rules. And I believe once upon a time, she said she wanted a coffin match.
Oh no!
So you want a shot at that title? You have it. October 4th. Amity versus Abadon for that title in a coffin.
Well, Mercedes Martinez has spoken. We have our very first championship defense. Halloween Mayhem, October 4th. Get your tickets now. NYWCProWrestling.com. Till next time, I'm Mark Roberts. We've got our first champion in Abadon. Good night, everybody, from the NYWC Sportatorium. What a victory for Abadon as they are the very first champion here at Rising Stars.